This is
Yeah.
why I can't keep the good Kansas boy face on all the freaking time, just because of all the bizarre shit that happens in the world. I'm just like,
Bizarre.
yo, you really are into being degraded like that and feeling like lesser of a human being, and you're gonna pay someone like hundreds of dollars for that shit? Like,
Oh
what's
yeah,
wrong?
that financial domination.
They
Yes.
do.
Yes. Just
I
gonna
just
say
had a flashback of
yes.
some shit I saw a couple of days ago, which made me like, of course, I'm already aware there are some weird people, or there are different types of people in the world that like different type of things. But this
Mhm.
one thing I just could not get over because no.
I'm scared to ask.
I am
I'm gonna
terrified.
send it to you.
Yeah.
You can describe it yourself if you want to. I'm gonna send it to
If
you
it's
so you
a
can see
send
what I'm
type of
talking
thing,
about.
I'm even more scared.
Right.
I saw what I thought or considered a deformed teen
Yeah.
being put to use, and I was just like, you know what?
Deformed.
I want to ask, define it, but
Crazy.
Define deform. Was it like hit with a
Deformed
nail
is
gun, ran
crazy.
by a car, or
Ran
like
by a
lit on
car is
fire?
crazy.
Or
It
did it have like some lady stomping on it over and over, like, and it got like bent and bruised or something, and then it didn't grow back into shit? Like, what are you talking about deformed here?
Frankenpeen.
stop.
what stuck out to me, I like there are a lot of things that stuck out, but what really just really had me like wanting to throw up, there was a piece of
Not throw up.
skin
Okay,
hanging
goodbye.
Oh
from
no!
it.
Oh god! Oh,
Yeah, you said skin. I'm good. No,
yeah.
we're fine. We're fine
So
here. We're
it
good.
had bat wings.
Oh.
You
Oh.
said, huh? Stop it.
That way.
Stop it.
Okay.
Don't make me vomit, please. I beg.
I have a pretty strong stomach, but wow.
Not
Yeah.
bat wings. Oh no.
That is
No.
crazy. I cannot imagine. I hope I never come across that
I
ever in
sent
my
it to you,
life.
so if you decide to watch it,
That's all you, boo boo. I ain't watching anything
But
like
I
that.
mean, some people be liking that type of stuff though.
All right, so
No.
since we on the topic of wild shit, right? Y'all know that I'm in a wheelchair or whatever. So curiosity struck one day, and I wanted to see like some wheelchair porn, right? So I ain't never seen nothing like that.
Oh, they
Like
have that.
it's very rare that I've seen anything like that. I probably will never look that kind of thing up again.
Why?
I've seen some of the grossest shit I've ever seen in porn my entire life. There was a person who had like no nothing down there to function with. So they just had like a tube. And this is a woman, by the way. She
Huh?
was taking the tube that she has connected to where her vagina was supposed to be, and she was urinating or peeing, whatever you want to call it. And she was taking the tube, the end where the pee comes out of, and pouring it on herself.
On herself?
Yes. I'm like, what did I just
Oh,
find?
Okay, you
So,
have ventured into a side that I never knew was. I
Yeah.
just knew there was some wheelchair stuff, and yeah,
She ain't
like
even got no vagina for that to even be okay. I
she just
think.
has an exit hole.
yeah, I thought I was
oh.
gonna find like a person that's
pause.
gonna,
Wait, what?
yeah, like I thought I was gonna,
Wait.
She had an exhaust, basically.
yeah,
I
basically.
wasn't listening for a second. What did I come back into?
He said an exhale.
Yo.
Our brother over here was explaining that he ventured into a side of the internet that had him befuddled and worried and concerned because there was a person enacting something. I'm using the PG terms over here,
Don't
where they
forget
had
that she had Barbie doll vagina.
she had no
Up,
normal
dog.
equipment,
My
but she
God.
had like an exit tube, and she was peeing or urinating. Sorry, urinating
Yeah,
through the exit hole, and it had our brother over here traumatized. That's what
yeah.
happened.
Not only that, but she was horny. She was horny.
Bro,
Into
this is
her.
why I don't venture into porn because it'd be crazy.
Barbie.
You had me at I'm having sex with my stepbrother. You had me at that.
Oh
Do
my
you
That's
know
god.
already
mostly like
enough for me.
like the most highly rated videos or most
Ooh.
viewed? Like when you say stepmom, stepdad,
Yeah.
And they like that like
or then
faux
like the
or not
actual
faux
parent,
incest thing. It's
or
weird.
like I'm in love with my mom and I don't know how to like, or the sibling one. I think that one is one of the top rated ones. The sibling.
That's disgusting.
crap.
I'm too simple for this world. Just give me some nice tickle bitties, a nice booty or something like that, like in my search
Yeah.
engine, and don't
Yeah.
care what shade, and that works for me. That's fun. I don't
Like
need all this
that's so
stepmom
disgusting.
scene and like mother stuff. No, I don't need all that. Just normal ish stuff. I don't need to be thinking like, how is it for my stepmom to be in the shower? No.
That is so weird. I just want to see people get massages and I'm gonna fall asleep by the time they start having sex. I'm knocked out by the time they start having sex.
I got to the point I was watching porn like it was TV. I used to just have questions at
Damn.
this point. Like I would just watch it like, first of all, why are you making so much noise?
Right.
Second of all,
Yeah.
why it look like that?
I'll be
Third,
like, bro, I
that look
know
like
that
that
hurt.
Like I'll be sitting here
That's how I
having
be.
questions.
I know that
just
hurt. Why
watching
you
it.
acting like that junk don't hurt, bro?
And then like the title be like big something, and I just like, oh, look at it.
Everything has to be a dildo. Not everything.
Right. So even
And not-
dildos don't even gotta be dildos sometimes. Cause them junk,
And if it's
I
something that
swear.
has a little bit of heat and can possibly cook you, probably should not be shoving it up places.
Yeah,
That is
I say
crazy.
she just wanted a
Accidentally
little
set
bit of
on a
warmth,
curling
but
iron.
miscalculated how warm that bitch was.
Yeah,
I mean, if you can
Ain't
smell
no
hair
temperature on the
burning.
curling one that can go up there.
Yeah. If you can smell your hair burning with it, you probably shouldn't shove it up your ass.
Right.
Just saying.
that part. That part.
Yeah.
It's not made out of the same material as your hair. Okay.
That's when I realized people really will just use
Anything.
anything they can get their hands on to satisfy. When I saw people using cucumbers, I saw men using animals. I was like,
That
so
trip
nothing's
killed
off
my
limits
bed.
at this point. There's nothing off limits at this point.
I'll be mad as hell. I was gonna eat that.
Right. Wasting
Yeah,
groceries.
For real though, dude.
That shit would piss me off. You wasting food?
Right.
I like watching them shows of the doctors when they're in the ER and they have to tell like their wildest stories. Some guy had a fucking light bulb in his ass and it burst.
Yep. I think I heard that one.
How did he get it in there for it not?
That's what I want to know too. Like
He had to lube that bitch up real good. He must have
It's probably like the
already open, baby. It's already open.
And he had to been a pro at relaxing too, because what the hell?
I saw another with
but then he sneezed and it broke.
I like to play the Eminem song when he had what was it, a gerbil or something?
I heard that
I want to know the name. I forgot the name of the song. Hopefully y'all know what I'm talking about, but it's an Eminem song.
Was it the real Slim Shady?
I think so.
Yeah, it
When he
was.
said
Got a
about
dribble stuck up
gerbil
in his
butt.
ass or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I learned about that really, I want to say, like in middle school, not by anything of my own. My sister was in high school already, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm taking this." No, was it high school? It was college. Sorry, she took this like human sexuality class, and she would just come home and be like, "Yeah, did you know that like gay people they stick holes in their butt, and then they put the gerbil and the rodent in there, and it just like scratches the inside of their butt. I'm like, why are you telling me this? They just, she's like, yeah, but it's pleasurable for
Why
them.
would you want that?
I don't get
That's
it.
why I
Apparently,
say it's beyond sex at that point. It's beyond
Yeah,
sex. It's
weird.
I don't.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not vanilla by any means,
me
but
neither. Hey,
what the hell
There's
is
there's limits.
that?
Everybody got their limits. We understand. This is
Why
we,
would you
know
want
the
a
truth.
furry creature in there? I
Yeah,
mean,
I
like,
don't get
what
that.
the
Woman
that's
hell?
my shit.
crazy.
Yeah, and
To
sometimes
be
they can't
honest,
get out.
that can
They
lead
got limits.
to that can lead to some possible infections.
Yeah.
No, I mean, quite
Yes,
honestly.
very much. Especially with the scratching, the nails,
Mhm.
the fur, whatever diseases is on the animal.
Yeah.
Like that is freaking
Yeah.
wild.
Let's not even go into the fact that they
But
might trip on their own poop while they're doing all this stuff too. So then you got like fecal matter in top of all your stuff, and yeah, not good.
you're
Not
talking,
good.
you talking about that. They can die in there, and they do.
And
And you just got a dead rodent in your butt. Like, yikes. You know what we do for pleasure, I
That's
guess. I said we.
disgusting.
I mean,
That
what
I
we
ain't in
do
that
for
shit.
pleasure.
What
that
people do
can't
for
be
pleasure.
pleasurable, bro. There's no way you gonna convince me that that's pleasurable. In what
I think that's
world?
mental health. I
You
don't
said
know.
Gerbils
that.
and guinea pigs are meant to be furry friends
Because
that you
It
hold
has
on
to
to and
be.
feed.
I can't see it. It has to be.
Oh yeah,
Ah,
that's
they
how
meant
it
to.
is.
wow.
It don't be the
These
physical,
are
it's the
actually,
mental.
What you looking at? I want to see.
What'd you find?
God dang, somebody buying this? Hold up. Can I
The
screen share?
dildos.
Hold
Yes,
up, let me share my
screenshot and
screen.
send it. Because I want to see what kind of
It's a
material.
dildo.
I'm interested.
Can y'all see it?
Oh, come on,
What is
Boonie.
that? What
Is
the
that from
hell?
like Dune?
Bro.
You said, is that from Dune?
That's like the sandworm from Dune.
Bro, that is
Does it glow
crazy.
in the dark?
Yeah, it glows
Yes,
in the
it
dark.
Oh,
does.
that's
That is
adorable.
crazy.
But
It's pretty,
no.
but that's crazy.
I was about to say it's so fucking pretty, but not in
Oh,
the
it's
It
it got
is.
sizes. Oh, that's nice.
Got
It's pretty in
different
the dark,
sizes.
but I would not
I
use
ain't
it
gonna
for
lie.
personal.
I would probably put it into my collection and
Bro,
never
did y'all
use
see
it.
that price?
It's long
Y'all
though.
see that price?
Yeah, not I mean,
Yeah,
hey,
it's
you gotta pay
ridiculous.
high
Come
for
with some
high
organs in
quality
That's
there.
the
That is
that's the extra large. How much is the small? Look at that.
It's still long as hell. We
the
don't need all of
smallest
that.
The
affordable,
small
okay?
is 12.
God
I could
Huh?
damn.
actually
12.
see myself putting
12
that in my
inches.
collection, but not using it because I
Yeah, that
actually got
is
a couple
pretty.
of them in my collection that I
That
don't use, but
that's pretty
It's too long.
now.
That's too
them
long,
being
man. That's
there, it looks
crazy.
Cause I
cool.
want me some made of crystals, a dildo, the crystal dildos, but I'm not using it.
Like I had
That's
somebody actually
wow.
I have to get new ones now, but the doctor gave me some dilators and they look cute,
Um,
but they were for my vaginal muscles.
these are
I have
actually shaped
spasms
like
down there.
peaches.
Somebody stole them.
Why?
Somebody
Huh?
stealing medical equipment?
Why would
What?
you do that?
Because they look like dildos, and
Look
so
at the
Why would you
they
steal
heads.
somebody
Bro,
But
else's
look at the heads of
dildo?
these.
nasty, nasty,
right.
Boonie,
very
that's the
nasty.
kind that he had with the
Those
different
are
shapes.
those are beautiful, but god dang.
It looks kind of that one is like it's a sharp object. Why you doing that?
Mhm.
What you gonna feel out of that?
Y'all heard that story about that girl who was like house sitting for her mom and dad, and she found her mom's dildo, come found, and she was like, it was perfect, it felt amazing, and she asked her mom where she got it from,
No. Oh my
and
god,
her mom
No.
was like, it's a sculpture, it's a molded sculpture of your dad's.
No.
Yo, that is crazy as
Oh
shit.
god. That is
trauma,
She used the dildo and didn't know it was her dad's
instant
penis.
psychiatric ward. Like I'm going
these
immediately.
And
are
my
bro,
first
people
question was, why would
lying.
you want to
These
use
are
somebody
so
else's
pretty.
dildo? That's my question.
That's
Right.
what
Lord,
Not
It
only
just
did you
got
use
worse when you
somebody
said it was
else's, you
dad's
found
clone
out
of
it was
Willie.
he
bad.
had one like that too, Boonie. That's why I'm like,
Those
what
are
are you doing with
pretty.
These
them?
are so pretty.
They're nice to
Okay,
look
you
at,
about
of
to make me get
course.
I
one
would never put
too.
that inside of me, but my
Me
God, they are
neither,
beautiful.
but
not for real. I seen one that had like spikes all around it, and it's like, oh
It
hell
looks like a
no.
Pokemon.
Look at this one.
No.
Sorry, Nintendo, that we're here.
Mm-mm.
Do you
was
know
so
that there are
fun.
men? There are men that get those pebbles in like surgically put inside of their penis.
What
You talking about the
pebbles?
piercings?
They're
You
like
said, huh?
they're like under the skin though. The pebbles that they put under there.
You're
Somebody
like
said
talking about the
Greg
little
looked like
ball
that one right
piercings that they
there
put in
too,
there,
right?
right?
For what?
Yeah, it's
Oh
like
no, for what though?
basically for ribbing.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a
no.
body mod.
No,
I don't know, but
I hate that for
I don't know, but like,
like,
y'all want something ribbed in y'all? Cause I don't.
no, that's
I
why I'm
don't.
screaming. Like, I've never enjoyed every
I
every
saw one
time
of a
somebody
guy.
a ribbed condom. I'm like, hey, yo, you gotta go buy
That's
out. You gotta go buy something
I
else. That's
There was a
wild.
guy,
that's
his penis
wild.
was erect at the time, but it just made me wonder what it looked like when it was soft because like all down his penis you saw the pebbles. I w-
Mm.
like I wonder what it looked like when it's soft because I bet you that shit looked.
Like a sock, you know how they put the rocks in there and they beat people with it? That's probably how
Boonie brought a blanket parties for Full Metal Jacket.
Oh my god.
that's probably
Bro's
how
over here going around with the freaking like
For real.
just smacking people.
First
And
of
what's
all,
so
let me
crazy
just say,
is, uh-huh.
so far, this has by far been one of the funniest episodes we have ever done.
It's people are
I
I
have not
think
been
those
on an episode
people
like
like
this before.
they like pain because like you know how Google starts taking you to different pictures that's like kind of associated with it.
Yeah.
That man's penis under it, it had a man whose penis head was being stretched out. Like I
nope.
could look, it looked like I could possibly put
Nope.
my
Nope.
fist in there, and his balls
Nope.
had this
Ugh,
thingy that was twisting it. You could see that there was blood up under his
No.
balls, but
ugh.
Oh my god.
Just a lot of no. Just a
That
lot of
is
no.
crazy, bro.
I'm still like confused
Maybe
on
we
ribbing
vanilla.
war.
Maybe
I
we
was about to say, I feel like after
maybe
Red Vanilla
I
was
I
was
feel like
talking
I'm
about
relating
this.
more to
I
that
feel
I've
song.
never
vanilla.
been made to feel vanilla, but this shit, I'm like, hey,
Maybe I'm vanilla.
that's why I say
don't
some of
know.
this stuff I don't think it has anything to do with a freak being a freak. At some point, it's got something to do with your mental health. Because
yeah,
I
you're
just
crazy. Something's
I
wrong
just
with you.
100%.
cannot see it. Just like the people that eat bowel movements, I cannot.
Me
Nope.
either.
Nope.
I
that's
can't
Even
see
if
it.
you just
that's
even
a
if you just like smelling it, like why?
Yeah.
Because there's some
thing
people that like
for
the smell
real,
of
like that
fart.
ass.
They like the smell of it.
It's like it's people have fart fetishes.
Mm-mm.
Like it's people that have real life fart fetishes. Just like I forgot what they use the name that they use for the poop.
Scat play.
Yeah,
Yeah,
scat.
there
They
you
like
go.
that. They like to watch you poop. All of that stuff. I had a guy that he never even made it to first base with me, but he literally asked if I could like pee on him. Nigga.
I was like, bro, number one, the pee is gonna go down my legs. I'm not doing this. It's not even gonna go how it's supposed to go. It's gonna
See,
run down my leg and I'm gonna be pissed off.
For real. For
there's
real.
there's a fine line with me with like the golden showers. Like me, I'm not
good
for
with it. I'm good
receiving.
on that.
Okay, you want to do your thing. We can do the aftercare and all that. Yeah, if that's your thing, fine.
See, I don't
But
pee
what?
right. I don't even poop right. I don't do nothing right.
But no, what's the thing where the same individual that with the dildos, right?
Uh-huh.
He had asked me. He said, "So, what's your take on golden showers?" I said, "Okay, not for me. I can give, but I don't want to receive." And he was like, "Oh man, that's terrible." And I was like, "Yeah, but respect, right?" He was like, "No, definitely respect, but I had this idea." And I was like, "Oh, what is the? I've never met someone who likes that, so feel free, go ahead." He was like, "Yeah, so like while I'm inside," I said, "While you're what?" While you're
no, you trying to get
you
me
wanna-
a
He wants
yeast
to-
infection.
You're
He's like,
wild.
let me pee
You're
in
wild.
Trying to
you
get
instead of
me
let me
beat.
pee
So
on
you
You
you.
gonna have a whole bunch of
you try
infections.
infection, huh? Like,
You trying to get me
no.
beat. You trying to get me yeast infection. That is
And-
disgusting.
And
I'm
his
trying so hard
diet,
not to
he fuck
judge her.
around and give you high blood pressure from it. Because you know a lot of men don't drink enough water and
They
be
don't
eating
drink.
all that damn
Yeah.
salty shit and everything.
Bro, I
Shit.
saw this
No, sir.
podcast where these girls were saying that they liked eating cum off of food, and they was talking about all the different food that they've eaten it off of and stuff like that. And I'm just like, why? Swallowing
know,
What
it,
is it
I
to come too
swallowing,
much for
I
them?
get
Like,
it.
what is,
She
But
poured
you're
it in a
enjoying it
cup
on your food.
and she put it in the freezer. She froze
yeah, I
it,
saw
used
that.
it
I
on
saw
her
that.
face, and she took a bite out of it
Yeah.
and then was using it on her skin. She was eating it
Yep.
like it was a fucking popsicle
Hey, look,
and
she had
using it
beautiful
as
skin though. Her
facial
skin was
He's
stuff.
talking
I'm
about her
like,
skin was
I
beautiful.
have never felt so vanilla in my life.
Now, don't get me wrong. I've actually peed on someone. I was dating them though. The dude that I was talking about, like we never even kissed or nothing, but he wanted me to piss on him.
They love it, man.
And
Wow,
I
that's
honestly,
pretty advanced right there.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
You like
Gi-
forget
given-
first, second, and third base. Just
Yeah.
pee on
Just
it.
no,
just pee.
just give me a
Just
golden
pee on it.
shower.
doing the
I-
action
Instead of
okay,
just
listen.
kissing, he's like, here's the tarp, let's go for it.
No. Listen,
Yeah,
though,
it is
devil's
different. Doing
advocate.
it is different than, but I don't pee right, bro. I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be peeing all down my leg. I'm gonna be mad.
Hey,
See, but for me, I didn't even like we hadn't made it to no base. So you really think that I'm gonna let you see my
Right.
vagina
he wanted,
and pee
he
on
wanted to
you?
prelude with that so he could see where your head was at.
Mm-hmm.
Devil's
Yes.
Like
advocate. though.
He was
no.
trying to hype you up.
Let me just
like-
see how
And
far
I-
she gonna let me go.
And I really don't see anything wrong with the nut facials. I don't really see.
I don't see
actually
nothing
think I
wrong with
might
it,
need a
like,
little bit. My skin
the-
drying out a little bit.
I can see myself doing it.
I
in
mean,
the
I
mid-
personally
in the
see an
midst
issue with
of
you sticking it in the
sex,
freezer.
but like,
I'm not gonna eat
collecting
it.
and freezing it, and that I don't know. I could do
I
it.
don't
I ain't gonna
see
do all
an
that.
issue with it as a facial. Honestly, if your man is super fucking healthy,
Yeah.
because it can have its benefits, but it was the fact that she took a bite out of it that just made me just.
She made a
like,
popsicle.
I was like,
Bro, they were talking about that joint like it was good. Like, oh, I like it on donuts. I like it on warm, sweet
I
things.
try so
I'm
hard
like,
not to judge. Like this is an open space. You
okay.
can be whatever you want to be, but I'll just say it like this: you do you. I'm gonna keep being vanilla. I'll just
For
stop
real.
being vanilla.
I feel
Let
vanilla.
me just also say
That
that
girl, I feel vanilla too.
I'm not
I'm
gonna pee on you, and I don't want you to pee on me. Don't do that.
I can understand, like, if it accidentally comes out, like, in the middle of something,
Yeah,
if we're having a
I
little bit of fun,
understand
like
that
a
too.
little drip happens, I'll be like,
That's it.
it's okay, honey.
Accident.
That happens.
Yeah,
If
but
I'm
a
banging
full-on
you,
Yeah.
and you just happen to squirt a little bit. All right, that's cool. Yeah.
because if you pee on me, we fighting, bro. Fist fighting.
Not only pee
We're
on you,
fighting,
trying to
bro.
pee in me,
Yeah,
sir.
you want
You gotta die.
Yeah, you want
You
these
gotta.
hands.
I gotta put you on my insurance policy, and you gotta die. Like
That is disgusting.
I was like, yeah, man. We gonna have to stop right there.
Like inside is
Yeah,
wild.
yeah.
First of all,
Right.
how are you hard and decide to pee inside me while you're doing this? Are you just gonna be in the mood
He
to
said
pee
it's
and then
possible. I said,
like,
okay. I
He
guess.
done did it
Okay.
before then. He done did it before.
He definitely done did it. He
For
definitely
sure.
because I would have been questioning if it's possible
No, I
or
did
not.
too.
First of all, it feels very weird to pee when you're hard. First of all,
It does. Second of all,
That
it's hard to
morning
aim.
wood.
yeah.
You said hard aim.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass. Like when you
Also,
wake up
so
and
it's
you're
gonna
like
turn
all
into one of
mad,
them.
One of sprinklers.
Yeah.
and you
time
just
is already
you
one
gotta like
thing,
stick
but
your
you
butt
talking
back,
about
like trying to aim at the toilet. You're like, this is not comfortable.
Yeah, like lay on the toilet bowl.
Oh my God.
Got your arms out and shit. There's
Oh,
so many different
no.
angles you can do. But target practice on that whole situation, that's just more
Yeah.
harm than good.
Oh, if
And then
you would
let's
have
not even
listened to
do
that,
like
it probably would have started inside and then been all over the place.
Bro, that would have been hilarious. And that joint just came out of you and just started squirting out.
and then let's not even talk about a Niagara Falls stream going on where you're peeing at full force and it's not just like one straight shot, it's just going everywhere.
See,
Ew.
that's how I pee. It ain't no it ain't nothing.
She said, I know it's gonna be all on my
Bro,
legs.
when I be on the toilet, it be on my legs. I already know it be on my thighs, so I know it's not coming out right. I be pissed at that. Like,
The blanket's done, the girl's gonna be all pissed on and everything. She's gonna be mad. You're gonna get into a fight, she's gonna try to break your dick. None of that is working. None of that is working.
For real.
Then they gonna be one of them long peas.
Mm-hmm.
It gonna be loud. It gonna be
I'll drink 2 gallons of water today just for this moment. It's probably not a thing to do. Just pee beforehand, do your thing, and
mess with
Nah,
me. You
'cause
gonna be
he-
drowning.
I said
Turn
so
in the ceiling.
because you know I had
Be
to
like
ask.
he just get on top. It's like he going bathroom on me.
I had to
'Cause
ask
no.
a few questions.
No.
I said,
Ew.
if I said yes, what was the plan? And he was like, well, you can't just, do it. And I was like, I don't know what this means. You got to go into detail. Like, what do you mean you just can't? Because I don't know. I'm not part of this world. Okay. So he was like, yeah, well, usually the process is, just watching what you eat that day, blah, 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 drinking water.
Dang, I thought that was just anal sex. You gotta do that for that too.
well, yeah, you can't come in there with asparagus and try to pee. It's gonna reek like hell.
I mean, I feel like if you
please,
get peed on, you
Bert,
don't care. Do you care if you get peed on?
I mean, if he's trying to be
Exactly.
curious,
And
I'm
you
just
going
saying.
that far?
Beets have a pink tint when you pee, so it's like it looks like blood when you're peeing. So you can't do beets either.
Wait, what?
So he was like, yeah,
Yeah, if you
can't do it with the
eat
first pee. You got to do it with the second pee. I'm like,
yeah,
what do you
the
mean?
first pee is dehydrated as hell and it stinks anyways. But
Come
yeah,
on,
with
bro.
beets, there's a chemical compound in
Oh, he
there
said beets.
where it turns your pee kind of sort of pink tintish. So if you do that and you pee on somebody, chances are they're gonna think you're bleeding when you're peeing on them. Then you're gonna be in the hospital and they're gonna be screaming because there's like reddish pink pee on them.
And then you gonna be bleeding because I'm gonna punch you right.
Exactly.
And then at the hospital it's gonna be an embarrassing moment. So I'm probably gonna beat you up again because they're gonna tell me it was just this.
You done him.
Exactly.
You gonna speed bag it because he peed on you.
How y'all come to this?
R. Kelly would just be having a moment on here. He'd be taking notes like, okay, what not to do next time I'm out of prison? Don't eat asparagus before peeing on somebody. No
Don't eat
beets. No
God,
beets.
no.
Can't use morning pee. Apparently don't have boner and pee because it goes everywhere.
Yeah.
But don't nobody want to see pee come out of a softie.
Exactly.
That's
so you won't just have the spray everywhere.
Either.
You said yes. The thing is neither.
That's not aesthetically pleasing either.
So yeah, those are lessons for R. Kelly if he ever watches this Royal Genius podcast.
Don't watch it. Never has any association with us, please. God damn it.
Hey, they might give him internet time eventually.
I'm pretty sure he got that.
Oh my god,
bro.
It's definitely restricted.
Mm-hmm.
We can move on to the what you do segment.
We
gonna just skip the wealthy health segment.
There ain't nothing healthy about it.
And we gonna answer some questions. Well, one or two. Okay, it says, I have been married for 12 years to my wife. He is 36 and she is 33. We have a best friend relationship where we have always been really close. We also have been through a lot together. We have 3 kids. Okay, y'all been through a lot. A little context, she was sexually abused by her stepdad about 7 years ago. She started to go to counseling for that and started to give me more details about it. She also had a struggle with watching porn since she was really young. Her counselor has talked to her about this is how she coped with it. Her counselor has talked to her about this, is how she coped with what happened to her. I'm guessing it's saying that this is how she coped with what
She
happened.
used porn as a coping mechanism and
Yeah.
used it to make everything okay.
Long story short, for the past 5 years or so, she has been trying to stop watching it. Once she got over the porn, she got into erotica literature. Give her my email. And then about a year ago, she told me she felt consumed by it and asked me to put parental controls on her phone so she doesn't. I did not enforce this. I'm trying to be supportive of her journey. If she didn't feel bad, I wouldn't think much about it. But she said it sends her into a shame, depression spiral, and she doesn't like it. About 2 years ago, I went to counseling with her because she felt like she wanted more from our sex life. I'm fairly routine, quick, and have really tried to be better, but this is basically a reoccurring theme where she feels like she has a higher sex drive than me. I don't think it's a higher sex drive, to be honest. I think it's actually that I'm fine doing the same thing every time. Yeah. Anyways, all this is a back job. Last week, we got a letter. Nigga, you said you was going to keep it short. This is not short.
Yeah.
Last week we got a letter in the mail about our dental insurance needing renewed. It was in her email and she asked me to renew it. I opened her email in the computer. We share one and use separate Chrome profiles. I saw a bunch of stuff in her email that was pretty shocking. I didn't want to make her feel bad. She has also been in a depression slump, so I realized that once again there was a correlation. The next day, while kids were at school, she went on a walk and tried to bring up the topic of how she was doing with it all, and if that played a role in her mood. She was very resistant to talking, so I didn't push. A few days later, we were going to have sex while the kids were in school. I was waiting for a break in work meetings, and she went upstairs. When I went up, I realized she was listening to something sexual. Basically, she was trying to get herself ready. It kind of blew up because I felt disrespected. We argued a bit. I asked if there was anything else I needed to know about, and she said no. Then I asked if I could see her phone, and she immediately opened it and started deleting something. I asked what it was and figured out she had subscribed to some Patreon accounts that were males moaning and doing stuff for subscribers. Moaning page. We decided I should join her at her next counseling appointment and get a perspective on this. The more we talk, she was saying her needs weren't being met by me, and then she said she's been uncomfortable having sex with me for 6 months, but she doesn't know why. Well, today I was homesick and she was out of the house. I had a suspicion that there was more she wasn't sharing, so I logged into her TikTok account. Dang. She used to spend hours on it. Her profile was basically discreet, not revealing her true identity, and she was only following strangers, no actual people we know. I went into messages and there were only a few, assumed the rest were deleted, and she had reached out to several guys to sext. One was while she was on a girls' trip in February, and she said, I would have used a hookup app, but that seems like too much effort, so trying to find someone here who's in the same mood as me. I stewed on what to do for 3 hours. I know it was an invasion of privacy, but I also just feel like there's a pattern here and I'm not sure how far it goes. To me, texting, messaging a real person is cheating. Porn, I can say I've never felt it was, just her own struggle. Now I am freaked out about how far this goes. She asked me later today if I logged into her TikTok. I told her what I found and she basically shut down. She let me look at her phone and I didn't find anything else, but I feel like she could have deleted it. She started to get defensive and say it's partly my fault because our sex life hasn't been good enough for her. How can I trust her again? How do we move beyond this?
Just divorce her.
Yeah.
You're way too you too far in with something that you're not capable of handling. She's gone through a whole bunch of stuff. She's in an addictive cycle. Just cut your losses, call it good. That's all I got.
And he already said that he's okay with doing the same thing. He's short, so basically his stamina is not there. He should have been left that situation
Y'all are
alone.
not compatible sexually, and even though she got sexually assaulted when she was younger, it doesn't matter. Y'all just are not sexually compatible. Like,
Yeah,
that's not something
that's
that
not.
you gonna be able to fix because being with somebody that does the same routine is boring. That gets boring.
You can't just be like 3 pumps in, call it good, and think I'm perfect.
Yeah,
If she's giving you
Yeah.
feedback, you should be receptive to it. It's not hard to build your stamina up. It's not hard to, look at some instructional stuff, through
right.
the internet or like different communities and figure out like how to improve your game. We have magazines just like women do on how to get better skills. There's people out there that are
Mhm.
subject matter experts in that. That's fine. But because of everything else that was transpiring and you knew she had a bunch of stuff going on, you should have knew it was a snowball effect. She's
Mhm.
not telling you things. The only thing you can assume at that point is she's got other things going on and other connections, and she's
I feel
trying to
like he
change you
knows that.
besides that.
Kind of feels
And
like
he's
he
just
does.
wasting our time because of this long ass article.
That joint was
Once
long.
she's
You could have just said that y'all are not compatible sexually,
Yeah.
and she's trying to find other outlets. It just seems like she's bored, and she's trying to find other people to fulfill it. Is it right?
And it seems
No,
like he
but
looks at it in the sense of that's her issue. When
yeah,
in all actuality, if this is your wife, that is something that y'all both need to be working on. If she has this sexual desire and you like, man, please try to meet her halfway. Like,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He ain't interested in helping her resolve it. It's kind of like, and then you're stressing yourself out because now that you've seen all of this, you're gonna always be checking behind her. You're gonna check her phone behind her back. You're gonna be doing all this. So you already crossed the line when you checked her phone. So like, I don't see how y'all can resolve that issue.
I'd just say cut your losses, move on. Hopefully you can find somebody that can deal with your 3 pumps.
Yeah.
Nobody.
because there's some women out there that really don't have a good sex drive either.
Yeah.
Like they don't. So you go find somebody that y'all can hang in there together. Well, don't need to hang. Y'all just get
Like
done right quick.
Right,
It's
right
more
quick.
beneficial for both of them to just cut their ties, cut their losses.
Exactly. Because that ain't no fixing that. Then
That could
you
still
say
be
you don't
friends.
trust her. So I'm not really a person that think that trust can be earned. I think once it's gone, it's gone.
I
It's
agree.
gone. A lot of people will say that, but then they'll like
Yep.
continue on situations with people, and now you don't trust them. You going through their phone, you doing this and that. Because I had a friend, and she's like, "But you don't understand." But I thought that you forgave, and they earned their
Right.
trust back.
Mhm.
Never
No,
does.
there's no such thing. Like it doesn't happen like that because that's always gonna be in the back of your mind. Or they did it, they could do it again. It's just not
Mhm.
gonna happen. So yeah, cut your losses, keep it moving because you ain't even interested in he ain't even interested in like trying to do anything for her.
Yeah.
I
That's
still
the
feel like
part
he
that
needs to look at
catches
some
me.
men's health shit though.
Yeah, that's the part that catches my attention. He kept talking about her. What are you doing to try to meet her halfway? Because it just sounds like you're content with doing this, like you said, the same thing
Yeah, he was like,
for a short period of
Which at
time.
that point, it's like, why is it even a problem that she's doing what she's doing? If you know you're not going to do anything more and
exactly.
you're okay with where you are, let her do what she going to do if you still want to be with her.
Right.
Right.
Either cut your losses or shut up and mind
No,
your
she's still
business.
if
And
he
mind
doesn't
your
leave her,
business.
she's gonna leave him. That's what's gonna happen.
Yep.
Yeah. Eventually, yeah.
Especially if she
She's
finds
already
somebody
bored
that
with
can
his
hang with
ass.
her.
Yeah.
She,
She's already got different websites she's on and everything. She met people through TikTok. It's one of the easier
Uh-huh.
platforms
Yeah.
to
Just
meet
open
people
marriage.
on.
100%. You gonna meet somebody that like what you like on TikTok.
Yeah, you are. Yep.
Facts.
So yeah, you was about to be out of there anyway. So
He
you might
cooked.
as well
for
go ahead.
real.
He
You
For
might
probably
as well
already
real.
go
is
ahead
out of
and beat
there.
her to it.
He cooked. He just he needs to recognize what that game is and just move on.
Okay, one more. I, 22-year-old female, have been with my 25-year-old male boyfriend for 2.5 years, and we've had a very bumpy sex life. He's hypersexual, and I've gone through phases of having non-existent or rare libido on and off for over a year. We are non-monogamous, so he gets his needs met elsewhere if I don't feel like having sex as often as he would like. Okay, compromise. as some background, I'm not too wild into bed either. I can get really into sex and enjoy it immensely, but I am not one to moan much at all or dirty talk to him.
No,
We
those aren't
are
fun.
So
we
you're
are
just a zombie?
currently, yeah.
Uh,
We are currently
uh.
long distance and only see each other once every 2 weeks. I have never been a sexter, but I know him and other girls sex, and I've seen them, and they are very explicit and it's hot and heavy. My problem is I envy that, not because I'm jealous of him doing with others, but because I feel like it doesn't come naturally to me. To be completely honest, I cringe a lot of sex talk, or I'm just not that into it, or it would sound if I were to have a full sexting session. But I really, really want to be. I enjoy him showering me in sexual attention and receiving sex myself. I just cringe at myself sending anything for some reason. That's what I want to
Yeah.
change. I want to get out of my shell. I understand I should feel like I can be myself and not force anything like that since he gets his needs met elsewhere. But I have a strong desire to increase this skill as a partner and develop a liking to it myself and get really into it too. I want to spice up our relationship in a genuine way. Does anyone have any advice for me? Anything helps.
So her thing is she's in a polyamorous or non-monogamous relationship for his benefit. Is that what I'm getting from this?
She seemed like she don't care though. I don't think it's just for his benefit.
It
She
sounds like that's
probably
just the kind of relationship they have.
I
So
think
Yeah,
it's
I think
and
she's
I think
okay
it's for
with
her
it.
if
benefit too
anything, it
because
sounds
she
like
don't
it's
want to have sex a lot.
exactly. So
usually
she's
like I don't care
asexual,
about
so
sex.
they opened it
So
up so
yeah,
he can get his rocks off and everything. But she wants to improve her skills and everything.
Yes, she wants
yeah.
to be more comfortable sexting. Like she wants to be more comfortable with sex, period, I feel.
Well, maybe ask her partner, hey, if I start sexting you or whatever, can you let me know what you want, what you desire, what makes the other one so special? Not in a combative way, but understand what makes your partner work. And maybe that can be part of a healing process. And then she gets more comfortable with it. And maybe he's like, huh, I already have what I need at home. Who knows? Who knows?
I
Maybe.
don't think it's
I don't think she
about
even want
him.
to
It's about
close it. She
her.
want
She
to really
wants to
get
learn how to
comfortable with
do it.
herself. I think
Yeah.
you really just have to build a relationship with yourself first. I think that's what's missing with a lot of people. You have
I
to
feel
have
like
a
either you have it or
relationship.
you don't.
Yeah, well, I do feel like because of the way that people think about sex, a lot of people don't. But I feel like
It's
that's something that you
tabooed.
want to, yeah. If that's something that you want to do, you have to build that relationship with yourself first. Take him out of it. You want to get more comfortable doing it yourself. Do mirror play. You can do mirror play. You can record yourself and not have anybody listen to it. He don't have to see it. You just do it, and it's for you. And once you build that confidence in yourself, you will be comfortable doing it with him.
I
So
agree with you
I feel like you
wholeheartedly.
got to make it about you
Wholeheartedly.
first instead
It's
of
definitely like a sexual confidence thing. I went through that stage. I was younger when I went through that stage, but I definitely went through it. And now, baby, my husband say I need a blue pill and a gas station pill to fuck with you. Yeah, you do, buddy. Yeah. So,
right. But I feel
yeah,
like
so I definitely believe that you need to build your confidence in that area, and all of those things that you name will definitely help that. Because I literally did those things in the mirror, recording myself. Hey, I figured out myself that I could squirt. I didn't even know it.
see, I need the space to do that. That's something that I like with the Miss B Nasty video. Some of the stuff that she be doing, I'm like, bro, I gotta learn how to do that. But
Yeah.
I be like, I gotta learn how to do that. But like, I don't live by myself, so yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not about to keep explaining to my mama, yeah, the sheets are white. You washing your linen again? Yeah, I wasted something again on it. It's like, I'm gonna tell her exactly what it is. Yeah, girl, I've been
Yeah.
trying to learn how to squirt.
The way your
Ew.
mom is, I'm sure she'll understand. She'll
She
be supportive.
100% gonna be like, ew, but all right, if that's what you want to do.
She gonna understand and
Yeah.
support you.
But
For
yeah,
real.
I do feel like that's important when it comes to, I think people, period, should have a relationship with themselves first.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it makes you more comfortable with sex with other people when you are comfortable with yourself.
Yeah.
Because
I wonder why what makes her feel like that, because is from a young age, it's always like, at least from my perspective, sex has always felt like, or the way it's described or portrayed when you're young, it's like, or when you're naive, it's you're in your own head a little bit about like, oh well, this person, well, at least to me, let me very very specific, where it's like a performance essentially. So you're not really thinking about you thinking about them, but not like, it's I wonder if that's her like anxiety about it, like, because once things feel like work, you don't want to do it.
It could also be just that she doesn't have the confidence in herself. A lot of times, I think people cringe at themselves when it comes to sex because they don't think that they're desirable.
Yeah.
A lot of the times, they don't have that self-confidence. So it's like, when I do these things, I think I look ugly, or I don't like how I look. I don't like how I sound, because you're not confident within you or whatever. I think that what it boils that's what it sounds like to me, because it don't even sound like it's a issue where she's comparing herself to other people. It just seemed like, to just her, that's how she feels.
I mean, I am all for somebody making whatever sounds they make in there. I am not going to judge you for that whole thing. You could sound like a bunch of baby seals getting clubbed for all I matter, or for all I care. You gonna do you. And if I'm getting it in, I'm gonna get it in. That's just it.
But it would bother me that you're totally quiet. I'm not gonna lie about that.
That would bother me too.
You a starfish? Like,
something's wrong.
You just laying
Baby,
there?
you ain't making any sense at all. Are you partially deaf and you do sign language? What's going on here?
Hey, no.
Am I not doing an adequate job? That's what I'm gonna think. Like, what the hell is going on here?
Like, you don't want to be with me or something? Like, I don't know. That's weird to me. But I feel like sometimes people don't want, like, they don't want to let themselves to enjoy sex. It's like,
oh no, I'm gonna tell you, let go of all inhibition. Just let it out. Let it out. Just
it could
that's what I
also be
care
a
about.
vulnerability thing. I had an ex that once I just, because by the time I was this age, I had discovered myself sexually, but being vulnerable to him, I don't know, I couldn't fully be.
Yeah.
And so I found the sex being kind of uncomfortable because I couldn't really be myself with him. And so it could be that too. Who knows?
It could also be because people like me judge the sounds that you make.
You got one the next morning saying, like, you sound really stupid when you did that one move right there.
You sounded.
What was that?
I do the same thing, but I will say it.
What was that noise that you just not made? That's bro.
Why you gotta growl at me like you're a fucking pit bull? You're more of a chihuahua.
It was this one guy
Wait
I was with, and I was trying to figure out why he sound more girly than I did, and I just I was so focused because y'all already know me. I'm already not like that sexually into stuff, so it didn't take long at all for me to just focus on something else. So while he's doing his thing, I just completely stopped like everything and was just listening to him like, sir, it ain't that fucking good for you to be sounding like that. Like, I swear to God, it's not. I promise you it's not. And the way he was sounding, I was like, first of all, you getting louder. I need you to shut the fuck up. There was other people in the house, so I'm like, I need you to shut the fuck up. Two, why your voice so fucking high pitched? I have a deep voice as a woman. I'm well aware.
That thing was good, man.
He sounded like a white girl on these pornos, and I was like, "This ain't on." No,
you're like, you need to sound more like a man, basically.
I thought maybe it was a one-time thing. So we had gone somewhere else. We had like gotten a hotel somewhere. We was traveling. So we went to the hotel. I really didn't even want to, but I was like, maybe there was a fluke. Like, so I don't know what the fuck.
You went to the hotel and he screamed like that. Oh.
Yes, I was just like,
They was probably
We ain't
thinking that
doing this no
you
more.
was a.
We're not doing this.
Whoa,
Like, is there two
whoa,
girls next door?
whoa! You going too far. You ain't doing it no more.
We ain't doing this no more.
That's
I straight up
Damn.
told him that. I was like, we're not doing this no more.
I
Because
don't know.
one, you act like
No.
you don't know how to be quiet.
I don't know
need you
because
to
I
be
would have.
silent.
I'll be like,
No,
you own
I need you to
that?
be
You
quiet.
own that for real? You about to excite me?
Mm-mm.
It's
For
interesting.
real,
'Cause,
it's
like,
I'm gonna be
motivation for me.
excited. Like, okay.
I like
Yeah,
to
it's
hear
definitely.
stuff. Like
It was
if
just
I'm
too good. He
excited,
couldn't help
majority of the times it's what I'm hearing, not what I'm saying. It's what I'm hearing.
it.
And that was not it. I can tell you that right
Yeah.
now. That was not it.
So is
Let me
it because
just
you
quote
said your
Riley
voice
over
is
here from
deep? Is it
Boondocks.
because
He
your
sound like a
voice is
bitch.
deep?
He
Oh my
did.
God.
That you feel like that? Because my voice is deep, but I don't know. I think during sex it might not be deep like that.
If my man is making sounds, I need him to sound like a man that's
How
enjoying
does a
himself.
man sound?
Not like these white girls on these pornos. I don't need that.
Because men,
You
a
said you
lot of
don't-
them don't be making no noise.
That-
I
and
don't
that's
want you to
that's
That's
the
why I
sound
say
like
I don't
that.
killer
need you to
of
be
it all,
silent.
dog.
I just need you to actually sound like a
Like he,
man. And
yeah.
How does that sound? I'm trying to
You don't sound like
I
growl,
think
a
I think
growl.
what she's saying is you don't be
it's
like
not like his
growl.
voice got to be super deep or anything like that. I'm just saying I need to know that it's a man that's making these sounds.
That is
if my
funny.
eyes are closed, I don't want to feel like I'm having gay sex.
Exactly.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
I mean, I make noises, Darren, but I don't think I sound like a valley girl or anything like that.
I ain't gonna lie. If I get you to that point, I'm gonna be feeling like I
Me
need a
too.
trophy.
I'm like, oh shit.
Hey,
You
that's
said
how
you
y'all
broke
see
me
me sitting right now.
It's
It's how
so
my
good.
face
That's how
was.
it
I
be.
was just like,
Yeah, so like when I hear you talking about like some guy sounding like a gal during whatever, I'm just kind of like, bro, you ain't got none before or something like that. Like,
that's what it made me feel like. I was
That
like, I
thing
know
was
it's a lie.
good.
That thing
That
was
But
thing
banging.
was
I felt like it was too
banging.
good.
it can be
That
good.
thing
You
was
don't have to sound like a
That's
bitch
how
for the
they
whole
keep saying
thing.
it too.
That's
That
your
thing was
fault.
banging.
That's your fault.
hell no.
You
I'm
said
pretty
hell
sure that's
no.
how
No,
he
but
sounded
you
with
want to know
anybody
something
else.
that I found out?
Absolutely not.
Like this guy that we was dating a really long time, and he was very verbal about how much he liked our sex. But he actually one time he went very descriptive with it because he's like, I've been with a lot of women and I don't feel like every bit of their insides. Like, I guess, he's been with women that maybe they don't do Kegels or nothing. I don't know. Maybe after they had the baby, they just didn't bounce back. I have no idea. But he was saying like, to feel all of that is like something he didn't experience. And so, it's on a different level. So if a man got the high pitch and pulling the Jim Carrey on me, then hey, I'm like, give me
I
my
had a
round of
version.
applause.
I had a version, and his voice actually was high pitched. Like his regular voice was high pitched. He ain't sound like that.
Yeah.
This man,
Because I mean, you dig deep. When you're
Trying to
digging
tell
in there, you digging deep. You ain't
was
trying to
just
sound like
real
a.
good to that dude, man. That's all it was.
it sounded like it was two women in their room.
Had him in
And
the
I ain't
false.
like it.
Man, my boy
Not
screamed.
falsetto. Oh my God.
I mean, I'm more likely to growl and start roaring during the whole thing, but I'm just saying, I'm
Hunger
not going
had
to be
me
trying to sound
turned
like
on.
no little girl or anything like that.
Because I was like, first of
in
all,
that
the
sort of
sounds ain't
situation,
matching
he
the
might not
poem.
have tried to. I don't think no man is like, hey, let me hit the falsetto real quick. But
Sound like the
might not
Bee
have been
Gees
able to
during.
control that shit either.
He sounded like it was him because
She had
at the
that
time,
thing and
at
she
the
up there
moment that
blaming
I
that
was
man.
hearing
That was
it,
your fault.
he was the one that was doing, the work at that moment. But it sounded like somebody was doing the work on him. And I just stopped for a second because I was like, what is going on right now?
It was
Like, I just
good.
paid close
Girl,
attention
I
to
would have
him. And I
bottled
was
that junk up
like,
and sold it. You
It
tripping.
sounds like
I would
another
have
man
been
in
packaging
this
that
room.
junk
I
up
don't
and
He
listen.
probably gave that man the best kitty he ever
tripping.
had and said, "We not
That's what he
doing this
was.
no
That's why
more."
he was doing
You
that.
cut him off from the
Cut that
source.
man off.
Turned off.
Hopefully,
Cut him
I
off.
taught him a lesson. Like I said, some people probably the way that they are because they got people like me judging the fuck
Bro,
out of
that is
Jason.
crazy.
You know what? And he probably still ain't learned anything from that moment either. He's probably still sounding like a girl with his next girl.
He probably still
Uh-huh.
squealing.
And he should. He should.
And that next girl
Sound
probably
like-
loves the sound of him sounding like a girl.
He probably
Yeah,
got him a
he
girl
can
to
I
find
like
know
it.
it's
that.
been a
Wasn't
few
me.
times I didn't hit the
just wasn't
base
me.
on the nigga. This is a baby.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
The
I
sounds
know
don't
what I
really
like, and
bother
that is
me.
not something I like.
Yeah, the
I do
sounds
not-
don't
More
bother
the
me either. I just want to hear it
The
something.
Yeah,
physicality.
I mean, to me, it's more it's motivation. Like
Yeah.
let me know it feel good. I'm about to make you
I'm
go
about to
even
make
harder
you
now.
I'm about to make you crawl up the walls and stuff. Nah.
I like to hear, like I said, I like to hear sounds. It ain't got to be a specific sound. I just
She
need to
said
know
she's
what
not-
it is a
not
man
no
that I'm
girl.
here doing this with.
Now I'm
Can't
glad
be
with the girl thinking I'm demon possessed at the end of the day. Okay, that works
Yeah.
for me. How did you get that low? Don't worry about that. When you dug in with your claws and everything and started hitting that and you started growling, that was terrifying. That's
Nah.
good. I still got it in and you got it in too, didn't you? Yep.
That's something that was tough.
Now some
It's
girls
like,
had
call me if you want it again.
She was like, "Sound like you had some fun, girl." I was like,
She thought it was you.
That was him.
Now that would be embarrassing. I'm not gonna lie. If I walked
I
out
wasn't
and like my
embarrassed simply
sister or
because I
somebody
was
like,
in
girl,
And guess
Ain't
what? I
nobody
would
know
have been
me.
like, I sure did. I would have right covered for him. Like, yup, I
Hell
sure
no.
did.
I think
Had
I
fun.
would have covered. I definitely would have covered because I don't want to
No,
embarrass
that
you
nigga
like
needs to
that.
be
I'd be
with
like,
you
I
right
sure
there when
did.
that shit happens and he needs to be embarrassed.
No, I would have been like, I
Mm-mm.
sure did have fun.
Now, if he right there, then I
I
might
just
look at him.
I just laughed and kept
She
walking.
talking about you. She ain't talking about me. I
Just
fucked
laughed.
you. You didn't fuck me. That's how that
I mean,
conversation
that
went.
was gonna happen anyway. Okay,
Exactly.
that was
I
gonna
mean,
happen anyway.
that's
Nah,
that's that's.
that was the last
I don't know.
time.
I'm just weird when it comes to sex. Me and my ex, we used to have competitions with the shit, and
That's
then when it's
exactly
over, I
what I
won this
like.
time. Yeah.
Competition. That's exactly
Like
what
I
I
said,
like.
I don't mind that, but I'm already not into sex as it is. But what does turn me on is the sounds, and that
was
drive instantly.
I wasn't doing it, you know.
Instantly, you could have just breathed. I would have been fine. This nigga just
But he's just
Like a pant or something. Shut that shit
So
up.
you could have
I-
just
you know when boys are young and
breathed,
they start doing like them girl sounds, like when they messing with each other, like they gay fight, what I used to call it. That's what it sounds like. That's all I could think of. I was just like, what are
Like
we
white
doing right
chicks.
now? What is this? Why are
like
you doing
Sean and Marlon.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. I was just like,
bro.
no.
I'm
You know-
not about to play with you.
I
The
already
way I
had
would
like
have been
some
bragging after
suspicions
that,
at that
like,
time. I was
yeah,
just
I
like,
hit
nah, we
that.
not.
The way I
Mm-mm.
would have
For my twisted mind, I definitely would have been thinking, yeah, nah. You make sure you let it be known that I had you
Exactly.
written up
And
in
I
the
would have been bragging
falsetto.
so hard after that.
If anything,
Oh.
it just further pushed my, because I had asked him, because there was some mannerisms that he had that made me question him. But I was just like, and this is before I was even halfway open-minded as I am now. Now, at that time, I was like, have you ever dated a man before, or have you ever wanted to?
Ooh.
And he was like,
Wow.
no. That was a genuine question for me at that time. I used to ask dudes that, because I didn't see a problem if you did. But he was like, no, I only date girls. And I was like,
And
okay.
you sound like that?
But when he made those sounds, they just further pushed it. I was like,
Yeah.
are you sure?
Uh,
Well, you know,
I
there's
feel like
soft,
those are the
there's
sounds that
soft
you make.
men too, though. Like,
Now, my question is, when you asked him those questions, did he get like all defensive and mean with it? Like, no, there ain't no way in hell I'd be like that or whatever. Was he like that?
No, I don't. Why would you ask me that? Like, no, I like women. That's all I like is women. I was just like, Okay.
And then you was like, why you sound like when we fucking in?
Yeah.
No, this was before. Like I asked him that question before that time. It's just that once we did that, and he was
Bruh.
sounding like that, it just
He
further
changed your
pushed.
mind.
Oh,
He was
he
like,
might have
"You
been just
lied."
doing that to fuck with you then. I don't know.
Because I'm already, like I said,
So
I
it was
know the type of person
always
I
it was
am,
the
but
always thing.
with him, I truly felt like I was the man in the relationship because of the way he acted. He acted truly like the woman in the relationship. So that made me question.
It probably was a turn off for you then, anyways,
Yeah,
when he did
100%.
the falsetto plus you seeming like the man in the relationship. It just was a no for
You were
you.
already done with
But
him.
see, I
Yeah.
don't mind. Like, I think I had this conversation before. Like, if I had a boyfriend that has a boyfriend, I wouldn't care. I don't mind that. But if you telling me this, but you
Yeah.
acting like that, I'm just like, because I'm all for, like, you can act however you want to act and be straight. But it was just something about him. I was just like, I don't act as feminine as you do.
Yeah.
It's making me wonder.
That's bad.
It's a turn off.
Yeah.
Could it have been that he was raised by just his mother or something like that? Maybe that could have been a whole thing.
Our open
I don't know.
mindedness.
I know
A
plenty of
lot
men
of
that's
men
been
that
raised
just
by
be
just
raised
their
by
mama
their
and
mom,
don't act
right?
like it.
You know,
Yeah.
maybe
Like
Raised by
him and
all
his
women. I
brother.
don't sound like that.
His brother was like how I expected him to be, and he was like how I would expect like a 16-year-old girl to be.
so. He was like a sister.
Yeah.
It just got worse and worse.
Yeah, that
Jesus.
would now don't get me wrong, that the whole situation in a nutshell, I think I would have been done with that too. But
You were
That's the one
punking
I
him
told
like,
y'all
nigga,
that
I'll
said
punch you
that
in your face.
when
I can't defend
couples
him at all.
argue, that means they
I
love
got
each other
nothing.
more. He used to start fights for no reason, and I was like, bro, I promise you, I know a lot more women that do this shit than
Oh,
anything.
that's the
oh,
thing
so
that you
so
said
he
he was
lived
gonna
in
punch in
his
your throat.
feminine energy, basically. Yeah, he
Is
Was
probably
that the
needed some
same dude that you told you was
testosterone.
gonna punch in the throat?
Yeah.
Oh,
I remember that. I remember that story.
It's like everything just
Makes
snowballed.
sense.
Like
It
I
makes
started
sense.
thinking maybe he's bi. Like if that's the case, that's fine. But he was just like adamant that he only liked women. I was like, okay.
he
And
might have
then
been
we had
questioning his own.
sex.
He was like, I like pussy.
He
Oh,
might be
Right. Then
questioning
we
his
had sex, and
identity
I
at
was
all
just like,
times, but
just
mm. And
he
then,
was
like
saying
towards
that
the end of the relationship, the shit that he would just do, I was
that
like,
man
you are
was
just
fighting for
pushing me
his
further
life.
and further to believe you are either just very feminine or you don't really like women the way that you say you do.
I
Bert
was
That
has
man
just
a
was fighting for his life.
good point there. He could have always and still forever liked women, but maybe he wanted to be a woman.
yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. He was
That's a
very
he is a
thing.
woman.
That's a thing.
He was very, very pretty. He could have definitely been one. He was very pretty. And I'm not saying like that in a bad way. Like I'm being genuine.
Yeah,
Like that nigga was very pretty. He could
yeah.
have definitely been one.
Well, so he had like feminine features or something like that, like face wise or something.
He did. He did. He was very pretty.
Was
I used
that
to
the
tell him
one
all
that
the
you
time.
sent me
He
that
had,
picture of?
yeah. Like
Yeah.
he had gorgeous eyes. He had like the slim
I had an ex that was
nose,
pretty.
like really good skin. He was the good dark hair, the dark eyebrows. Like he was very pretty.
I think I will agree with Erica. He's probably channeling a lot more feminine energy and did not have that balance there either. And he could have been just
Which
one of
is
those people that
fine. Which is fine.
one day will wake
Exactly.
up
That's
and be like,
very
you know what?
fine.
Just not for you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that was very fine. I just would have preferred if I had known if he known.
hmm
But it seemed
But
like
he
he
didn't.
didn't know. And I was just like, okay, yeah, that's not. We're
Yeah.
not doing it.
Now you
And every
trying to have
time
his,
he
now
screamed
you
in
trying
some
to have his
area,
back. She said we're not doing it no more.
every time he
We're
screamed
not
in an
doing
area
it.
you knew him, you
That's
should have just been like,
crazy,
that was
bro.
him.
Oh yeah, we're not having sex no more. You enjoyed it too. That is
Yeah,
crazy.
it was just it just snowballed like everything. Like it started out like little stuff, and then everything just started growing over time. I was
Bro,
like,
that is crazy.
yeah,
You
we're
enjoyed it
not
too much.
doing
You
this.
can't have
It was too good, brother.
You got me vaping over here. I was not ready for all that,
Mm-mm.
and I can't
that's
defend him at all.
Ben is
I've been
hilarious.
trying to think of something in his defense besides.
I
but
was trying to
that's all
defend
I could
him
come
Hell,
up
I
with.
was in a
Too, man. I
relationship
really
with him
was
trying to think
trying
of
to
stuff
have
in his
Me
defense, and I
too.
couldn't do it.
Yeah, that's all
Nah.
I could come up with. Maybe you never know. You probably run into him today and he got his hair down, fried
Oh,
out,
hell
laid
no.
to the
Yeah, he
side
might
with some
be
makeup on.
one.
I would be very happy for him if he did. Like, that's
Yeah.
great. That's
You be like,
awesome.
you finally did it. I know
Mhm.
you would say
Yeah, let me start
that.
speaking better.
You
Now you can
finally.
scream and sing as much as you want, and hopefully no one's gonna punch you in the throat.
Right.
Just don't try to get back with Van. That's all you need to do.
For
Right.
real.
Stand alone.
Man was not
But
the
she's
one.
very open-minded though to date a guy that she knows, likes
That
men and
she
stuff.
knows, but he needs to know as well. That's
He
the
gotta
thing.
know too, though.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He has to
I don't
understand
mind
it.
it at all. I would just like for you to know it so I would know how to move forward. Because if you telling me this, obviously, he probably didn't know it himself, but at that time I was just like,
People
you
have
have
to
to be
become comfortable in
learned.
their own skin, especially in this
Especially
day
if
and
y'all
age.
were younger. He probably didn't know. He probably just was, or maybe
I
he
want
just
to I want to
was
say it
enjoying
because
maybe he
a
just
lot
was
of people
enjoying the
don't
coochie.
right. A
I
lot
Oh,
of
that,
people
that's
don't find out what
that's
they
what I
really
thought.
like until they're older. But the thing was, he was like 5 years older than me, and I just felt like he should have known something way before I did.
Nah, what years
sometimes
was
people
this
be like
too?
50, 60, and they
At
just
the
now.
time, he was 27. I was 22.
No, I'm saying like in what year? Like 1990, 2000 something, what?
22 and damn, that was a long time ago. So 2014, 15.
Okay, so we were already in the era where like the Alphabet Mafia stuff was starting to be a little bit more prevalent and all that.
He should have
Yeah,
known.
he should have. There's just no point at that point. Now, if you were to say like kind of the 90s, we were still kind of sort of in that area where people were still trying to be like hard niggas and shit.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
still doing
And
some of
then,
that
It will say
subtle kind of stuff,
some people still will not accept themselves for
Yeah.
what they are.
I can understand
I
though, 'cause
totally
people
agree.
gonna give them a hard time. I get
Any
it.
man
I
I've
agree.
ever been with, I let it be known, like, if there's a chance, any chance, like even my husband, I've let him know because he was like, "What, you think I would come out like that?" I was like, "I promise you, if you ever did, I wouldn't have a problem with it at all. I wouldn't even leave you for it. I have no problem with that whatsoever."
See, my problem would be I'm jealous hearted. The boyfriend, nigga, I'll buy some strap-ons, bro. Like no boyfriend.
Yeah,
Erica's like,
I mean, I
Erica's like,
feel
I will
you.
fuck you harder than him.
Same, same, Erica.
no boyfriend.
Same.
I
We can
don't
get
mind.
whatever size you want. We can go together and buy it.
Another
I
one
Erica's
actually got a
like,
few
if I'm gonna be
already.
you gonna call
poly,
me daddy now?
Yeah.
if I'm gonna be poly, I would do it with another man. Like if I had a boyfriend that has a boyfriend, or if I had a boyfriend that's bi, like I have no problem with it
What
at
about
all.
if they wanted another woman?
You just gonna have to be with that woman by yourself.
Oh, so you cool
You
if
share
they
with the other
if they
woman.
like men, you cool, but the woman no. Why?
They can
Competition.
like women. I don't care. We just not gonna be there. I don't want to be with another woman.
Oh,
Not like that.
it don't
Yeah,
gotta
so
be
it's
like
yeah.
it don't gotta be you with another woman. It could just be them with the woman, and then
See,
you don't
see,
have
but
to.
I get what she's saying. In her poly relationship, she want everybody to be able to get their rocks off together. She ain't doing
Got
that with
you.
no woman.
I
So
got you.
I get your preference. I feel you on that. Me,
Yeah.
I love women too. Hey, I said, I'm
Same,
freaky as
Erica.
motherfucker. I ain't even gonna lie.
Same,
I
Erica.
love
That's why I'm
women,
like,
just
why
not in
not
a
women?
sexual. Hell, I don't want
She said,
nobody in
my
a
girl
sexual.
can have a girlfriend. I'm all for that.
I
For
would
real.
have a wife
I would actually
that as
prefer
long as she
that
don't ask me for sex.
because, like, sometimes I'm not able to do that. I would actually prefer to have a woman too. Like, let's have a
Yeah.
girlfriend. That's cool with me.
I'm
And see, I
always
could
the
do
person
that
getting
without
asked to
the
be
sex.
somebody's.
Yeah, I
now
don't want to do that.
that's
I
one
ain't
thing
doing
I
that.
don't want to do. Like
I ain't doing that.
y'all already got y'all connection, loving each
Exactly.
other.
And you're the
and
house, yeah.
And you
That's why
gonna
they
pull
call
me
it a
in? No.
unicorn, baby. I'm not.
Yeah,
That's
no. Because
Yeah, I
now
ain't
I'm about
that
to feel some
no,
type
no,
of
no,
way.
no,
'Cause
no.
y'all already loving each other. I'm the new bitch on the block. No. no.
Now you gotta earn your stripes and stuff. But I compare
Yeah.
myself to
It-
y'all.
And no matter how
yeah.
you earn it, it's still gonna look bad because it's like, okay, if you come in and you don't match, then it's like, all right, we gotta kick you out. But then
Right.
what if
Yeah.
what if one loves you more than
And
or
the
they're
other
starting to
one,
feel you more and
yeah,
there's a jealousy
yeah.
that no, I don't like that.
Exactly. If we're gonna start this off, we starting off on the same fucking page. Yeah.
Exactly.
Fuck all that.
Exactly. Because I ain't with it either.
For real.
Y'all both about to
But
break up with me? No.
I've dealt with the people that haven't come to grips with their sexuality yet. Like not this past one. The
Oh, we
the
know not
guy.
that one.
Not that one. But
We know.
I'm gonna explain about him later. But the one that I'm talking about, he had told me I knew by the way he spoke that he wasn't fully straight. So I'm like, whatever, So I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna make it my business. He's gonna tell me when he want to tell me. So, I waited and he was like, all right, I gotta tell you something. I said, uh-huh. What you gonna tell me? So and it was around the same time, Van, like 14, I want to say 14, 15.
That was a wild year for
14,
y'all,
15.
huh?
So I was like, he said, well, before I tell you, I was like, just tell me. I've never given off a vibe that I wasn't accepting. So I'm like, okay, go ahead. Just say it. I wouldn't. There was a terrible time in my life. I said, terrible? Why was it so terrible? He told me the terrible part. Yeah, he was assaulted. And I was like, okay, that's the terrible part. But like, so just to clarify, so are you straight? Are you bisexual? And the moment I mentioned bisexual, he went off. Like when I say off, I mean like, oh, I said it was a terrible time. I'm like, oh my God, sir.
It's cool. I like dick too.
I like dick too.
I get it.
We got
I see why you like
I
it.
get it.
and he was like, no, I'm like, okay, all right. And you know what? So I was like, okay, we broke up for a whole another reason, but that always bothered me. But anyway, for whatever reason, he comes into my life again. And I was like, oh, so how have things been? Blah, blah, blah. A couple years have passed. He's only dated men since then. So I was like, hey, I was like, okay, I'm glad that you're
welcome.
You're doing your thing. But I'm like, is it me? Am I like that? I think that's what kind of got me in my masculine bag a little bit. Cause I was like, ooh, if I could do that. I did that. I was like,
You're like, I made him question something, and then he finally went
I was
to it.
like, But the odd part is he always liked like feminine clothes on me. So every time, like my natural wardrobe is like sweats, tees, blah blah blah, whatever.
Because you made him uncomfortable, probably.
He was probably bi.
So I'm just
Yeah.
like,
He didn't want one world. He wanted both of them. So the feminine clothes, he needed you in those. He already seen the men in the other clothes.
And the male side of everything, he was just kind of like scared of it because of the previous experience that he had when he was assaulted. But the thing was, once you questioned him on it, then he kind of was like, you know what? Maybe. And then he probably met a dude and then just was like, you know what? This is kind of working. Don't know why. And then went to that. Now, I don't know about the whole exclusive thing. Maybe if like something bad happened with the guy, he'd go back to girls, but I feel like he's bi at that point.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it's bi. Like, I think he's like cool. Because I'm like,
you think it's just a fluid thing for him?
Honestly, I don't know. I think he's fully gay. Because when I say it's been years later since we dated then when I spoke to him, like it was like 5 years, and I was like, oh, so how many like so what's she been up to? Da. He had 2 partners, both men, and one was for a year, the other one was for the past 4. So I'm like, oh, so this is like so are you bi? And I just as a question, because I'm like, oh, you gained clarification. What is the consensus?
Mhm.
And he still was just like, I was like, you need healing. You need
What?
I need you
He's
to
dealing
fix.
with trauma still.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
I
it's like
that.
one of those things like I'll do it, but I don't say it out loud.
Right.
Yeah.
He's still thinking in the back of his mind, he's still on the DL.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I need to ask anybody on here, am I offending anybody with this whole conversation? Because I know some people may have got offended by somebody in the past that kind of ventured into their mindset on this whole thing.
Oh no.
Okay.
that was William, right? But
Yeah.
he said he was cool.
Yeah, I'm
I was
straight.
more
I'm
so
good.
offended. I was more so offended than he was.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to make sure because I'm trying to figure out the story behind this brother that's going through whatever, and I just don't want to like step on anyone's toes and make anybody, angry over this.
Oh no, you good. You good.
Okay. But yeah, I feel like Homeboy is just going through a whole lot of trauma still and still doesn't know himself. And so when he's playing with something and doesn't fully understand what he's doing, then when it comes out and it sounds something terrible to him, then he's just going to go off on whomever. And he's probably going to be like that for the rest of his life, unfortunately, which is a shame.
Yeah, it do be those. They'll date
odd.
whoever they're interested in, but if you talk about it, it's like,
yeah, I don't know.
I don't understand it.
Guys like that. I
don't get that.
Okay, so like I said, I was gonna come back to the dildo guy.
Oh man.
Whoa,
DD.
you ain't gotta put.
Well,
that's what editing is for.
Whoa,
we'll call him Timothy. Timothy.
Tim. Don't say Tim.
And not DD.
All right, Tim.
DD
right?
is wild.
There we go.
He
I thought it was funny as shit.
He really, I thought that he was more. You would think that from even what I told you, he would have been more like self-aware and like just self-assured and just understanding of who he is and his sexuality. You want to explore? I need to be made aware of that, like where we are. So, like Van said, so I know how to approach situations. So the kicker, the reason why, or one of the reasons, so many reasons. One of the reasons why, we ended it, was because like he claimed to be pan, and I say claimed because how do I say this? So he dates women, right?
Right.
But when he does not date them, he's sleeping with men, right? Hold on, put a pin in that. So I said, oh, so okay, so so okay, you're pan. So and he has gone through his history, he's dated several different people. Fine. But it's in the way he speaks about men that I'm like, do you even like them? Do you like them? Like, it just feels like, oh, that's a thing that I do when I'm bored type of thing. And I'm like, because even the way it's like, yeah.
You must be bored a lot, dude, if you got like a collection of things like that.
Right.
He was like, yeah, and I'm gonna marry a woman, blah 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 blah. That's my end goal. And I was like, so are you?
I notice a lot of people do that because I got a girlfriend who is like that. She dates women, but like I'm gonna marry a man, and I'm like, but I thought you were interested in women. Like she been dating women for years, and she just had a baby or whatever, and then she like made the girl that she was dating like the godmama, and I was like,
As
Wow.
a woman, I know like that. She talks mad shit about her sister being gay, but she's bisexual. But she married a man and had kids with a man, but she don't want to be with him. And she took on like a trucking job so she could be over the road and the kids live with the man. But she bisexual, but will talk mad shit about her sister being gay and being with a woman. It's like, are you mad at yourself that you didn't do the same
That
thing?
she
Like,
just
is
couldn't
that
do
what
the
it
same.
is? You're mad.
That's crazy.
Like, you
I
mad,
just
bro?
really
You
be
mad?
thinking
Just be your fucking
think some
self.
of them,
God
they
damn.
don't know what
I
that
think some
means.
people
They don't know how to do that.
some people try to, I guess, what they feel is right, the normal
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, they still don't know.
Um,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
if that ain't gonna have you happy, then fuck normal.
Exactly.
Like who cares about? Oh, it's supposed to be a man and a woman. Who gives a damn if you're gonna be married?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Do what makes you happy.
Mhm.
You know,
That's
not everybody
weird.
is going to be in the cookie cutter. You know, I'm a marry this, and you know, I'm gonna have 4 kids and a picket fence or whatever. Some people it might just be they have multiple partners. That's fine for them. Some people it might be they date exclusively the same gender. That's fine for them. Do you? Just
Right.
don't hurt anybody along the way, and don't hurt yourself.
that's
Don't put a
crazy.
light
I
bulb
feel
up there
like
and sneeze and go in the hospital.
Shut up, Bert.
I
Shit.
swear to God, if I ever found out how much I really like women, y'all would never hit the end of it. Like, so I was talking to this girl,
exactly.
and like you would never hit the end
Exactly.
of it.
I
I
really
just want people to be happy. That's
That
it.
is weird to me though, because it's like, are you just like playing dress up?
I like, bruh, the questioning, and I don't like, you know, I ask questions because hey, this does involve me. Okay, I'm dealing with you. We're talking, blah blah blah. But I don't
Right.
like to press because it's such a
Touchy subject.
touchy. Yeah. So I was like, so do you not like them? Like, cause you literally talk shit about men all the time, but you, and it's not like, and this is not to judge anyone's sexuality here, but I'm like, you're not even a top, you're a bottom when you're over there. So
Yeah.
Now,
you
you take dick,
and you
but you
gonna
don't
talk
like
shit? You like them? Do you like
It sounds like somebody that they've probably went in conversation with other people. They try to downplay how they feel about me.
Yeah, to try to
He's
hide,
Delulu.
to kind of like hide it.
so
Like,
confused?
I don't want
Yeah.
you to know how much I really like them, so I'm gonna talk about them.
Which
Yeah.
makes it even more apparent. There's a difference between just talking mad shit because you want to seem
frustrated.
like you don't like them, and then talking shit because like they truly genuinely annoy the fuck out of you.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
But
because
if he's
he made
taking,
it seem like it was niggas ain't shit type of conversation. No, I want to know if you genuinely like them. Do you? Even if they ain't shit, do you like them?
if he's taking dick, he must like him enough.
I mean,
He don't want
'cause let me tell you, if I
He
didn't like
sound
it,
like
I
he done
wouldn't be
been
able
through
to
some
take
I
shit
want
it.
to be
with him.
part of
I
it.
wouldn't be able to
He's
take it if I
confused
didn't
as
like
fuck.
it.
He's taking the
Mhm.
dick. He
Wouldn't
likes
be able to
men.
take
That's
it if I
it.
didn't
I,
like it.
I
You
couldn't
could
do it.
easily get your
I don't see how
girlfriend
you
or
could
your
do
woman to get you a strap. That's all. Your woman could
do
I
it.
easily get
I
a
don't
strap.
even
And
But
currently
I mean, if
have
he's
a
going to
man,
the
and I
source for
own
it, he
two of
likes it.
You say he going
exactly,
to the
if you gotta go to the source, that means that you like it. Because I've said it before. If I'm dating a man that likes that kind of stuff, like let's say I'm dating a straight man, but this man likes butt play. I'm fine with that. We can do that because I don't see that as being gay. It's gay when you like
it from
Men.
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 Right.
men.
Mhm.
You can like
Yeah.
this without liking men. But if
Yeah,
you are with the men, you
body.
prefer the actual source,
Mhm.
that body part,
Yeah.
you like men as
And
well.
on top of
There's
that,
one
you're a
Yeah.
thing,
bottom
like
as
again,
well.
there's a
You
difference
you
You're
between
being
liking that.
penetrated. You definitely like
Cause
you
it.
can
you
get that
ain't
without having a body fat.
taking no dick if you don't like it. I'm sorry. I
Yeah.
don't know how
Bruh,
you do that.
That's
say it again.
that's why I
Inside
say
you if you
I
don't like
don't
it.
know how
down,
you do that.
definitely downplaying because ain't no way in the world you catching
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Yeah.
you niggas. It sounds like he done been through some of the situations some of us women done went through, and the nigga done probably did him dirty because niggas ain't
Yup.
shit. Look at
Right.
that.
Yeah,
Pretty
right.
much.
Some niggas broke his heart.
Right.
But and that's understandable though, but the thing that puzzled me and the reason why I'm puzzled is because, like I said, the way he speaks about them, I'm like, so what to you? What about marrying a woman screams to you normal? Like what's why can't you do both or either or? It's
It's
just
society.
a woman has to.
Religion, family values, stuff like
Yeah.
that. Something that his
Religion.
parents told him.
Societal, yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I'm like-
I feel like it's more a society for some people because there's a lot of people out there that then they've left the whole religion thing behind, but they still feel like there's a right and a wrong way to live.
Yeah.
And so I think it might be something to that nature because obviously we all know that if you
It's a
catch
lot
it
of women that do that
you
too.
like it. You like it.
exactly.
They be inside of you.
You
like,
ain't
Yeah.
taking no meat if you ain't like it, bro.
That's
And if you are, more power to you. Because I could not. I didn't like
I just can't see it. I can't see unless you being assaulted. I can't see a man setting himself up to be the actual bottom and not like men.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I mean, there is nothing wrong with him being that way. It's just he needs to come to terms with what he's doing. He needs to learn how to accept it and then learn how to move from there. Instead of doing this whole, 1 minute he's doing this, then talking to niggas ain't shit, and then just trying to act like, whatever it is doesn't matter. If he's doing it enough to where he has a collection of things that opened him up to a point where he had that much elasticity, he must like it.
Yeah, that was a super
I'm
red
just
flag
saying
for me.
the whole
Like, bruh.
thing. Like, I'm sorry you went through that. Like, someone like me cannot process anything like that. I'd be like, bruh.
Oh my god!
If I was a chick and somebody came up to me like that, I'd be like, bro, you just need to go back to the source and solve. You need to figure yourself out.
It's a lot
That's
of
it.
women like that too. Like they'll have sex with women, but they'll be like, I'm marrying a man or whatever.
And if I ran into a woman like that, I'd be like, honey, you must really like this because you've been doing this a lot. Like,
right.
I ain't the one just to be like, oh yeah, let's get married. No, I need you to go find yourself.
Exactly.
The only way I can understand it is
with your identity.
If these people are just freaky,
yeah,
and you just like sex, I can understand it.
No, but
like, and I want to marry this type of person because I like having sex with the same sex or the opposite sex, but that's because I just like to get my rocks off. I can understand that, and that's why
that is what he said though. He did say, sorry, he said, because when I asked him that, his response was, "It's just a purely." He made it seem as though it's a purely sexual thing, and I was like, but okay, so if you're gonna if that's what it is, can you at least like see them as humans? Like, yeah, I know they suck, but like, because it just made it seem like every conversation, like anytime a man is involved in something or in a conversation, it was just like there was
be like that about me.
Negative talk. I was like, he's not even your man. Like,
he got heartbroken over a man at some point in time, and that's how he felt like that.
Yeah.
Or
I can get
one thing that I can say is after being sexually assaulted, he probably got to a point to where the G-spot and everything is back there. He might have liked that feeling, and so that what broadened his horizons as far as sex goes. But he still didn't want to hey, I don't want to be emotionally attached to no dude though.
No, there's a okay.
No, he failed on that because he's emotionally attached to some nigga. If he's talking niggas ain't shit all the time.
Being the case, that being the case is okay with me. It's fine. It's like if that's your thing, because we already discussed it. I think the point was he couldn't let just any man just he just felt like there was just so much animosity there. And I was like, I don't mind if you just see them as if you're just you like to have sex with them. That's fine. But
Is he having hate
did you?
sex with men?
Huh?
Is
It
he having
sounds
hate
I mean,
like
I
sex?
it.
would
I
not
was
be.
gonna
I would
Sound-
not
say
be
he needs
surprised.
some therapy. It sounds like he
Hate
is
sex
having
is
hate sex.
crazy.
He needs
So
some
he's that
therapy.
nigga that talks mad shit during the whole thing too.
Yeah, he having hate sex probably.
Hey, but the
Yeah.
crazy
It
part
could be a
is,
coping mechanism.
the crazy part is like it's just crazy to think that it's hate sex when he's on the bottom.
That
Penetrated.
killed me with that.
He's in the submissive position talking shit.
But listen. And that's it's funny that we're coming to this conclusion because I
Oh my god.
I initially came to it myself. That's why it became red flags.
Good point.
But,
That's a good point.
He said he mentioned like in passing, like I said, so if you don't want to have a relationship with men, you're just sleeping with them. He's like, yeah, after like every breakup, I just go to Grinder or whatever. And I'm like, so it is like a rebound, like
After every breakup with women.
yeah.
God damn. How many breakups has he had?
Power.
Shut up, man.
There is no, but see, that's the thing. There is no power in being in the bottom because you're getting penetrated. So how are you?
I mean, if he's moving around with it and gyrating and I don't understand it. I'm just trying to come up with something in my mind that works. He's sprawling and trying to do UFC fighting moves at the bottom and shit like that.
In the
To me,
and I'm gonna be
like if
real.
that's the case, then he's literally
Yeah, y'all
enjoying
like
it.
He enjoying it.
I don't see it being
Yes.
He like, yeah.
He enjoying
Just
that.
be. That's why I'm like, just be proud of
He
it.
got them octopus things. He enjoying that.
Like getting stuck up his ass.
I'm
I
sorry.
get that.
You say he got them.
Enjoying that,
Probably
bro.
just hates the fact that he likes it.
Probably.
The more he's
Maybe.
coming to realize that he just hates it. He hates
Yeah,
the fact
That
he
nigga
likes
needs
it.
therapy. That's all that is.
Oh,
definitely therapy.
Dead ass.
Oh,
Definitely
that's
Wait,
therapy.
sorry, that was a horrible pun in this situation. My bad.
no, but it's true though. Like in every, I could go on for days, but round of to circle back, this man like, anyway,
She said forget it. Anyway.
man, crazy man.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you something. I only kept up the charade because I saw the red flag in the beginning, and I was just like,
Girl, you were eating popcorn during this whole thing as you were trying to analyze this brother. You're just like, uh-huh.
So the reason why I kept it up, because it was literally that red flag that was twirling in my mind. Because I'm like, I kind of took offense to the fact that he called himself Pan, but I'm like, the reason why you call yourself Pan is a little weird. I don't
That's
like
Pan, but Pan is only men and women, right? Pan isn't just men and women. Pan is you just like
he's discussed his relationships with a trans woman as well.
Oh, okay.
But
no, so he's I can't say equal opportunity because he keeps going after men.
It seems like he just really like men and women. That's why I said that.
Like how many instances has he been with a trans woman though?
I was about to say, so he needs the woman with the goods.
Sound like it.
It sounds like he
need him a bop it. He need a bop it.
because he thinks that that's what it's supposed to be. And then once those relationships end, he goes to what he really wants.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
I mean,
I feel like the trans date, if he only had one, it was only a compromise in between the two because he's like, well, maybe, just maybe, I've been heartbroken so much by this. Yeah, it was a compromise moment.
Yeah.
He tried to rationalize and try to go more
full
towards the
surgery. He's in heaven. Then he can play with some titties.
That's why I say he need that bop it.
Yeah, he got some titties and some balls.
Shut up, Boonie. You need a bop it. But not like I said, I kept up with the charade because I was so selfish. I wanted to explore my masculine side. So
How
I
was his intimate moments with you? Was he a bottom in that situation too? Was he trying to top? Was his game good? What was going on here?
I'm gonna be honest, it was the best sex of my life. One of the best sex.
Yeah,
Okay, was he a top or a bottom in the
He
situation?
both. And we were
he was a
having a
switch.
nice time to switch it. It was great.
Okay.
But he's not well up here, so you know.
Well, I mean, we fucking found that out 30 minutes ago.
Oh,
I think people don't realize knowing yourself, being true to yourself is actually more of a turn on, unless because of somebody that don't really know what they want and all of that, you're gonna run me the hell off.
Me too.
If you don't know yourself, like you should know yourself out of anybody else. If you don't, I'm probably gonna run the other way.
And I also don't like people that hate themselves too, and they look to you for that gratification, like you build me up. I don't like people like
say
that.
it again.
Nah.
Say it
To me, it's manipulative. It's like you're using me to feel good about yourself, and I don't like
I
that.
cannot bring you happiness. I can add to your happiness.
I don't like
Exactly.
We can talk more about this nigga later,
happiness together, but I can't be the person that you're only happy when I'm around. When I'm gone, your world has fell apart.
I got work. I got bills.
I cannot do it. I actually had a guy that I talked to before. And I ain't gonna say his name.
We'll call him Ray Ray.
My bad.
Let's call him Ray Ray. Well, he swore up and down that like he didn't do any of those booty games, this and the third. Like he actually one night got upset about it. But then like we got high and he wanted me to help him stick his penis in his butt.
Wait, what?
To tuck it.
Whoa.
He wanted me to help him tuck his penis.
That's sus.
First of all, what the hell was y'all smoking? Where you wanted to tuck?
I smoke weed.
Was that weed lace? That's the question.
What kind of weed was that? Because whatever it was,
what I'm gonna say is the weed that I was smoking wasn't. I can't really even speak for him.
He brought his own.
Yeah, I can't really speak for him. But the weed I was smoking was not. I think he was on a little something more inside of his. I ain't even gonna lie to you because he did get a little weird. Or maybe he just one of those people that can't handle being high. I don't know.
That's wild.
He did get a little weird.
That's not a random thing to ask somebody.
Right.
At all.
Not a
So
random thing
that actually made me feel very much
How
like
you even do that? Hey, can you help me
No, you gotta think of it like this. You know what? Oh, I need you to do something for me.
for real.
I think I want you to.
He was like, "Don't judge me."
I need you to chop me up like a balloon animal.
Well, and do you want to know what's so crazy? That like I said, he did a whole bunch of crazy shit that night. That same night, he attempted to suck his own penis.
Oh God!
So he obviously got the equipment to be able to do that.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Eventually, I found out he's definitely that way.
Yeah, did you see him on RuPaul's Drag Race a few years later or some shit like that?
No, there was this transsexual. Her name is, I think, like her stage name is Pocahontas. She's like a brown skinned transsexual. She still has her penis though. He made the statement, like we wasn't talking like that no more, but he made the statement, if I could find one like this that actually looks like a woman, I would be with her. And so yeah, you're very much, you gay, bro. You gay. Like don't like she still has her penis, bro. So
well, I mean, he might not be gay technically, depending.
Okay, it's
yeah,
not
technically
gay.
it's not
more
gay.
Like pan because he
pan.
accepting of that, which ain't no problem with. You get
but also, ain't
girls,
it if it's just transsexual women, isn't it just still considered straight?
I mean, it depends on what he's going after the woman for. Is he going
I
after the
guess.
woman for the
He
feminine
want-
features, or is he
it's
going
not-
after the woman for the masculine part?
Yeah,
See, okay, so
yeah.
maybe I'm saying it wrong
Yeah.
because this woman is now a woman, but this was a man, and so
Is he going
like
after her for the fact she looks like a woman, or is he going after the fact that she has a dick? That's what I'm
he's
trying to figure
going
out.
after her. The only reason why he said if he can find one that looked like that, because to the public she looks
It
like a
looks,
woman.
yeah. He get
Yeah,
So
high
it's
then.
both.
But to the
It's
public,
best of both worlds. It's a woman. It's a appearing
Yeah.
woman, but she has the package underneath. So it's
Yeah,
both.
and so to
Both.
him, like basically he couldn't see himself walking around with another dude, like y'all seeing that I'm with another dude. But if she looks like this beautiful woman right here, but I know under
But
there
let's
where
not
she
talk
got,
about
you know
that.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't
One of
even
them
think
niggas.
it's purely about the looks though. Like even just the way a man presents in general, like they be acting different. Our crazies are different.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
on
think it's
this
a
one,
lot that goes into it because you can have like trans that act, extremely feminine. They are
Right.
women, they just have that part. So again, it's like the best of both worlds for people like that because you still get dick, but you have a woman at the same time. You still get the
Yeah.
woman with
Right.
the feminine ways and look feminine. They're extremely pretty, but when it comes down to the sexuality, you still getting what you want. They still get what they want. So it's like it's not a one type of thing. It's like it just
Yeah.
fits every box that they want.
But
I'm
for
still
him,
in the
like
school of thought, like if
I think that if he could be with a guy and people didn't look at it in that sense, he would date a man.
Yeah. So
I
that's
think
what
for
Bert
him,
is
it was
getting
solely that the public sees a woman,
Yeah.
at. Yeah.
but they got the package. Because he literally said, if I could find one that actually looked like a woman, like this, like you see how this one look, then I would be with her. And so it's like
it's still a form of
it
being
was
down low,
solely on
basically.
the look
Yeah,
for him. He
Yeah.
don't want
it's some
somebody to
DL
see
type
him with
stuff.
a man type of thing, and it's like.
Yeah, for that one, I'm on the school of thought. Like he's still questioning his
That's
sexuality.
definitely a letter in the LGBT questioning. Like, you
Yeah.
can totally do that.
But like I said, when it comes to like depending on like if they're going for the feminine features, I feel that's more kind of like on the straighter end. But if they're going for the more masculine thing, then that's kind of more on the other end of it.
Yeah.
But like if it's she looks like a woman to the public, but I'm doing the Gawk 9000 on it when no one's looking, then I feel like that's a DL thing. That's
100%
yeah.
To me, that's the way I looked at it. Like, so basically, you want the world to think that you're with a like full woman, although
As long as it
but then
looks like a woman,
how do you think that woman would feel though? Like if I was somebody and I had the package and everything, and you only solely dated me because I could pass. Like how do
they
you
don't
think
feel like a
that's
person.
supposed to make me feel? Like
Yeah,
that's
crazy.
it's messed up to treat them like that, but I feel like they get treated like that a lot.
Yeah.
Now,
You're
like if
using
there's a
them
natural
as a
attraction to
map.
somebody, and like you just see them and they look beautiful or whatever, and you just like, hey, I like you. Okay, we find out you're this
That's
way,
pan.
then that's fine. That's fine,
pansexual.
and that's pan. Yes. But if you're like, yo, you look like a woman, but you got a fucking $5 footlong going on down there, dude.
You gotta keep making the come on, man.
I got jokes all night. I'm sorry. I'm like, dude, you DL. That's
Right,
it.
that's
And
DL.
it's sad that you're
I don't care.
objectifying
I
that person
connected
as
with
well.
you, and I like you. I don't care how you identify.
Yeah. And in that context, that is completely acceptable. I would rather somebody connect with somebody just because they were attracted to them because of whatever,
That's
connection
the only
they had.
way I understand it. I don't really understand.
The using people part, that sucks. It sucks for the
it is. That's messed
if
up.
they ever find out that this was truly your intentions. Like, oh, so you wasn't really like feeling
They
me
gon'
like
It's just
they
you weren't
gon'
feeling
know
me for
it's
real.
gonna be apparent. They gonna
No,
definitely
yeah,
know.
they figure it out. Yeah, because they
Yeah.
Definitely.
in the way they act.
Cause I'm pretty sure a lot of people do that to them.
Yeah, and that sucks though, because
messed
they
up.
still have feelings and everything. I mean, like I don't like that, like they're still fucking humans, bro. With
Exactly.
Yeah, they have a
emotions.
heart,
Because that's
and
why I
you're
asked
fucking around
about.
with it.
That's why I said it's something about it's not just the looks. Because
It's-
like if you're presenting as a woman and you have a penis and he's expecting you to act like one of his homies, and she's like, nah, like I'm
right.
I want to you should treat me as a lover and a friend, but I'm not gonna be like one of your niggas down the street.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, that's the differentiation. Like, it's just for the looks, that's wild. Like, you're mad. But if it's you want the feminine personality and what comes with that, then it's more understandable. But if it's just looks and you trying to hang out with them like one of your niggas down the street, like no, they're a trans woman.
Woman, right.
Yeah.
A woman.
Yeah.
And it's definitely, to me, that's definitely down low.
That's definitely DL. Yeah. It's crazy.
I mean, I just hope we all figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, just
Amen.
Just go figure it out, man.
It don't seem that
none of this
hard.
has
I just feel like
It
people
really
make
don't.
it.
It
People
really
make
don't.
it that hard.
It's all about acceptance, though. People have to accept themselves for who they are, and a lot of people ain't willing to do that. Like they have
Because they
to
so
care
many
more
things.
about how other people see them. They care more
They
about
have to
what
put a
society sees
facade
than
because
what
the
they
public
want.
sees me this way,
Society,
and
Right.
etc., etc.
yeah, I ain't never been on that train. I'm sorry, hate it or love it. This is me.
100%.
For real.
Say it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I identify as pansexual because I understand just attraction to people. Period. Like I don't really understand preference.
I've known what I like since I was 2 years old.
I don't get preferences. I don't understand why you would have them when there's so many
Two.
different people.
I had crushes
to
on
be-
grown ass women at 2 years old, so I knew.
Bro, me and you are in the
I
same boat.
love women. Yeah.
I don't know. Mine, I started questioning like last year. I was like, do I like men because that's what I'm told I'm supposed to? Or do I actually like men? Because at this point, I can't fucking stand
Tell me
them. I
better.
swear to God. I
Man,
cannot stand them.
they're terrible.
But when it comes to women, I'm like,
You
I
don't-
like you.
You don't like women.
Just don't touch me. Like, just don't touch me.
Man, no.
I like you.
You don't like
Just
nobody.
don't touch me.
Yo,
I think the consistency is you don't really like nobody for real, but
That
like
is
I'll
actual
deal
facts.
with people.
I don't.
I will tell you straight up, no matter what side you choose, you are going to have your fair share of problems because everybody in this
Yep.
world is fucking crazy. It's just how much
Yeah.
crazy can you deal with?
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
I
can
learned
deal
my
with the
threshold.
crazy that comes with me.
That's why I keep tripping on people trying to be normal. Like, ain't no fucking normal, bro. I
Right,
don't
ain't no
know.
such thing.
Yeah.
I'm my own set of weird. Everybody knows my set of weird, and we just roll. That's how that is. If you
Right.
don't know, you will gladly find out within 2 months.
Right?
You like this nigga is crazy. But he's cool crazy. Okay. Can I handle cool crazy? Maybe. And I
Mhm.
give you the disclaimer straight up. I'm like, hey, proceed with caution.
100%.
Because some people
And I
cannot
just
hang
want
with
people
this.
to know that I might love you today and not feel a thing for you tomorrow.
And
That's
when
how
I start
am.
seeing your flags pop up, and if those flags are a little bit too much for me, I will honestly tell you, look, here is what I saw X, Y, and Z, and I am not happy with it. I don't know
Yeah.
if this was a
Sure.
fluke, but I have been watching. If it becomes a problem, I will let you know.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've been all over the place with this conversation.
All over.
This ain't got nothing to do with something.
Ain't got
None of
nothing to
this
do
got
with
anything
sex,
to do
and we
with
just
sex.
went everywhere.
No, I think we still kept it on there. We just kind of talked about different aspects of it.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
We've
But-
been on the page.
By
You've
far
been
the
skimming the page,
funniest
that's all.
episode ever so far. I
I
swear.
I am glad for whatever service I brought to this to make everyone laugh and smile. It made me smile as well.
Nah, y'all hilarious for real.
For real though. For real.
It's the honesty though. I think that's why
Yeah.
we funny, because we super honest.
hmm
Hey, but to me, that's the only way to be.
Yeah.
I've never been the kind to beat around the bush for no punches. Like, no, I'm gonna tell you straight up. That's why a lot of people don't even like me, because I'm gonna tell you straight up.
Right. And I don't like people that beat around the bush. You ain't getting nowhere with me beating around the bush.
For real.
I try to listen first before I show my full personality. You got like a good 30 minutes before I'm like, okay.
Oh, I just let my crazy out depending on what the whole thing is, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
look, this is what I see.
Yeah.
Because
All
I
time.
want to see
Mhm.
like how you are before I just let my shit out, and then at some point I'm like, you know what? It don't matter. Just go ahead, because I don't want to
Right.
come off rude instantly. At least let me
I
see
feel like
what
it
you finna
depends on
talk
who I'm
about
around. I
first.
think with women, I kind of like wait a little bit before because I feel like women
Yeah.
are with my mouth. I have to do that.
Yeah. Well, see, me, I'm not rude about it at all times, but I'm going to still tell you what it is. I'm actually a really empathetic person, so I read
Yeah.
people and I deliver it accordingly. But I'm not
Yeah.
sugarcoating shit. I mean, like, it
But
probably
you
won't come
may
out
not
like I'm
think you're
saying
rude,
something.
but people might just because you're telling them the truth. It don't matter how
Exactly.
you deliver it. They
That's
just
what it
like
is.
hearing
That's
the
what it
truth.
is. It's a lot of people that can't stand the truth. And so a lot of people dislike me. No matter how nicely it's put,
Exactly.
they like, you know what? You didn't have to tell me about myself.
Yeah, they don't
And
like
so-
that.
You asked.
That's why I
yeah.
try not to be
Yeah.
rude.
Don't
Like
ask
I
me if
know
you
I
don't
can
want to
be
know.
mean, so I try to tone that shit down sometime. But after a
Yeah.
while, I just be like, all right, look, either we gonna have to stop talking or you gonna hear my mouth like at some point. But I'm gonna do my best not to be rude. Like I don't want to offend nobody. I don't want to be rude or mean to nobody, especially if I actually do like you. But if you tell me that I made you feel some type of way, depending, I might be like, okay, well let me dial it back some, or I wouldn't. That's not my intention. Of course, that's not what be mattering, but that don't be my intention. But
Right.
if you just like, well, I don't like the way you said this. Okay, I'll think about it.
Yeah.
He said, I'll think about it.
I'm like I feel like with me, I feel like I deliver things how I feel like a person would take it, but it still don't be working. They
Oh,
still
no,
gonna take it. They still gonna take it however they want to take it.
Because
I
they don't, like you said, they don't
They
want to
don't
hear
want
the
to hear the
truth.
truth at all.
I be Boonie translator sometimes.
Yeah, because I don't like a person that I gotta over explain. So if I feel like I gotta over explain myself, I'm not even about to engage. I can't do it. I cannot dumb myself down so you can understand me.
I
It's
try to
hard.
get
It's
along with
very hard.
everybody, but the thing is, I know when I start being honest and open, sometimes that can offend people. So
Yeah.
that's why I asked her in certain moments where I'm like on my tangents. I'm like, look, did I offend anybody?
No.
Because I know somebody in this world would get hurt just by that little bit of honesty that would come out there.
I feel like we're hard to
I'm still
offend.
trying to figure out where you thought you offended people.
Yeah,
Like,
I feel
I'm
like
just
we're
saying,
kind
I
of
know
hard to offend.
we
that's why I
had
was like,
one person.
huh?
We had one person in our group at one point in time that went on a tangent about like sexuality and fluid and all
But I
that.
feel like he was being directly disrespectful. It wasn't no tangent. He was literally trying to make him uncomfortable. He was trying to
I
make
di-
somebody feel uncomfortable.
I didn't have the full
purpose.
context for it. I just knew like I said a couple of key words and I was like, wait, I know somebody said something kind of sort of like this, but I know the
No, nothing
delivery
like
is
that.
I know the
It was
delivery
like,
is
you telling me
crap.
that episode was that he was getting on my name.
Yeah. So I know when I say certain things, and I'm not trying to bash anyone at all, I'm just like, look, nigga in this situation did these things. These things are kind of sus.
Yeah, we're just
I'm just
talking
gonna tell
about
you like it
business
is.
things. We understand. I don't think
Yeah.
nobody was offended.
And plus, we can't please everybody. Let's just be real.
Exactly.
Facts.
The world is full of a lot of sensitive people, and so somebody gonna be offended. You ain't gotta say nothing offensive, and somebody.
Oh, and I already know
Yep.
somebody that's gonna look at this podcast maybe a year from now or something like that. It's gonna be like, I can't believe that person said
Look what she
this.
said about whatever. I'm waiting for them videos to come out. I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
and I'm not sorry.
I get told
I am
that
not
I need to watch my
apologizing for
tone.
it.
Like,
It's
my
like,
tone be-
bro,
Yeah, I
did
said
you
it, and I'm
really
not
just
sorry.
cut? You cut 10 seconds out of an hour and a half clip. Do you not understand the full context of
Right.
whatever that was? I'm
In
like, we were talking.
2024, she said this.
Yeah,
I
but we were
sure
talking about a
did.
guy that had a tentacle freaking hand that was going up somewhere,
I
expanded
sure did
something,
say it.
and we were trying to say that he
Mm.
might be a little gay. Okay?
For real.
I had somebody that was like, "Did you say this? Did you send a screenshot saying this? You read the screenshot. Why are you asking me?
Right.
You saw me say it.
I
Yes,
said
I
what I
said it. I
said.
can send it to you again if you want a clear copy."
Mm-hmm.
I ain't backtracking on nothing. Yeah, I said it and I meant it. I'm not apologizing.
Exactly.
Hell, I tell you, I did it before you find out.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But we
It's
can
like
wrap this episode up right here. Thank you guys for chatting with me. This was a fun episode, like William said. It was funny. I had
Funniest
snot
episode
coming up
ever.
my nose. I was laughing so hard. But thank y'all for joining me for this conversation. And also don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Also, you can leave messages for us on what is it, Spotify, and we'll play it on here. Don't forget to email us at royalgeniusreviews@gmail.com if you have questions or if you want advice. Let us know what you think about this episode, and if you were offended, don't care.
we don't care.
We don't give a
But
damn.
thank you
Sorry.
for watching.
Sorry, not sorry.
But thank you for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Bye.